What's up, everybody? Happy March, happy almost spring, happy almost Persian New Year, one of my favorite times of year that I'll speak to a little bit more at length in a couple of weeks. Before that, I wanted to do just a super quick, super easy video on what I think is one of the best Middle Eastern condiments, a fabulous staple to have in your Middle Eastern pantry, and that is known in Farsi as Mast Kisei, and more widely in the region known as Labne. So, Mast Kisei in Farsi means strained yogurt. Quite literally, the translation is like bag yogurt. Mast is yogurt, Kisei is bag. And it's called that because you're going to use like a nice clean large sort of dinner napkin or really clean dish towel. You could use cheesecloth. You could use paper towels if you don't have any of the other things. We're going to create a bag-like device inside of a colander and put it atop a mixing bowl. And what this is doing, creating this bag and using gravity, is straining out the excess water from yogurt to create a really, really thick, cheesy, spreadable yogurt dip. So it is used for a ton of different things. You could use it on a Persian like dinner table. I use it on the side of the plate. I just put a dollop on there, which is like a super Persian thing to do. And then I like dip my tahdig in there. I mix it with some rice. It's just a great creamy and savory and a little bit acidic offering to your plate. And the texture change is really nice too. In Arab cuisines, you'll probably see it on a meze platter with all of the other delicious dips and snacks. And when you're getting some of the spicier foods from the rest of the Middle Eastern region, labne is a really nice cooling element that is just so good. And it's actually really, really easy to make. And it's one of the things that I think is tastier made at home than when you just buy a container from the market. If you don't want to do what I'm going to do today, just go buy some, try it out. But the thing that's so much tastier at home is that you get to control the thickness, and then you also get to control the salt. It's also deeply easy to make. All you need is time, and that's really it. What I have today is the little device that I showed you already. I've got a colander, I have it lined with a nice clean napkin, and then underneath that I have a mixing bowl. Oh my God, I just spilled a bunch of water on myself. Underneath that, I have a mixing bowl that is capturing the excess water from the yogurt. And then I have 32 ounces, just a regular container, of whole milk yogurt, plain yogurt. You can't do this with Greek yogurt because that's strained differently. And all you're going to do is take this yogurt and pour it into that device that we made so that you got something like this. All right, let's take a look overhead. All right, so we're gonna pour our yogurt into the little straining device that we made. Just pour the entire contents of the yogurt in, and then just fold up the edges of your little napkin. Make sure you have your bowl to capture the extra water, and then let's store this in the fridge for about 24 hours to start. All right, so 24 hours have passed. Tons of water has strained out. I'm gonna give this another 8 or so hours, but you could stop here if you want. So I did another 12 and landed at 36 hours, which has yielded a super, super thick, spreadable labne. And for me, this is perfect. Let's transfer it to a bowl. All right, so disregard the messy counter. Go ahead and add in a half a teaspoon of salt and mix that super well into your labne. You can start conservative with the salt and build up to a half a teaspoon, but that's what I really, really like. That's it on the labne. It was super easy, right? Here it is. And it's so thick that like it's literally not falling out of here. So I ended up straining mine for 36 hours total. By 24 hours, you're honestly good. You'll just get an even thicker, cheesier consistency if you give it that extra 12 hours. I added half a teaspoon of salt, mixed it in, and now I'm just gonna keep this refrigerated and have it as a nice little Middle Eastern condiment.